Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, friends. It's Jody Breckbill, Stampin' Queen, and I am live here in my studio in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. So if you guys are on, come on in and say hello and join me. I'm always here every Wednesday at noon Eastern time with some stamping fun, but today is a little bit of a different class because I am doing my online class featuring, what is it called? Irresistible Blooms. So that's what the class is today. I do that on usually the third Wednesday. So the third Tuesday, I have an in-person class here in my studio with my local friends, and we do some stamping. And then I bring that class to you guys online for everybody because I can't see everybody in my studio, although I would love to, but I just can't. It just doesn't work. So, hello, friends, Sharon and Lori. Hey, Thelma. I'm glad to have you guys joining me today. So this class, like I said, was offered to my in-person friends yesterday. I'll be showing it here in a little bit to you guys today. And this is a free class offer. The class is totally free. You can follow along and you can create these cards on your own, absolutely free. But if you would like the class packet, you can earn that class packet free with a $35 purchase. So super simple. Everything you need is in there. Except you would need to add your own embellishments, okay? But if you have a $35 purchase, you can grab this class kit. And then, of course, there's a tutorial that goes with it as well. I will be including the designer series paper, so it will not be cut. So then you can choose what patterns you want to use in your own creating. So I will include all the goods plus the tutorial. But if you decide that you want to bump your order to $50, you will get the class kit, you'll get the tutorial, and you'll also get a free embellishment as well. And you do not need to pay shipping. I will take care of shipping and getting your packets to you. So this offer ends March 26th. So that is Sunday. So there's a small window that if you wish to get that, you can hop into my online store. Let me pull that up here. Right here is my online store. You can hop in there and place your order. Your order can be anything that you wish. Now, sadly, some of the things that I'm going to show you today are not available. They were part of our online exclusive, and it launched a couple weeks ago and was so crazy popular that some of the items sold out. So I'm pretty sure that the dies are non-orderable at the moment, and the gems that I'm going to show you are non-orderable at the moment. They will be coming back in. We expect them to come back in maybe the beginning of May. So everyone will still get a chance. No, don't worry. But we did sell out really, really quickly. Now, this is the host code that you need to use. So in this description, you will see a link that has the host code attached. You can click the link and it will take you right to my online store. Or you can shop the address that I listed, and then this is the host code right here. There. So you can use that host code when you check out. That's super important that you got to use that host code so that links it to my event, and I'm able to give you your class kit for free. So if anybody has any questions or anything, just let me know. All right, we've got some cool friends here. Linda's here. Hilda is here. Hello, Hilda. I think you are new to joining me today, and I would love to ask you where you may be joining from because your last name is my sister's last name. So I'm just like, wonder where you're joining from, if maybe there's a relation somewhere. So yeah, my sister's last name is Mossy. And so is yours. So that's pretty cool. And Jeanne is with us too from Oregon. So hey, everybody. All right, we're going to do a little switchy switch here so that we can get stamping. All right. Hopefully the switch made okay. Oh, Hilda, you're from upstate New York. So my sister is actually in Bayonne, New Jersey, and they're just outside of New York City. So how crazy is that? You guys have the same last name. Of course, that's her married last name, but that's just crazy. So before we get stamping real quick, you guys, I want to make sure to remind you that these two catalogs are getting ready to retire. And you want to make sure that you are kind of checking things out next week because we are going to announce the retiring lists. We're going to have a color refresh. We're going to get rid of some in colors. We are going to list a last chance list, and then some of the items are actually going to be on sale. So lots of excitement is coming here in the next couple weeks. But one thing that I want to make sure I mention to you guys is, as hard as we try to keep prices economical for you guys, we have to have a little bit of a price increase this year. And I know that is so frustrating to all of us, but we're seeing it across the board, especially at the grocery store, the gas pumps, that kind of thing. So I wanted to just shout out and let you know that there is going to be some slight price increases in the next annual catalog. But the good thing is, I'm telling you now, so you can do your shopping. So if there's things that you need to get, you can do your shopping before the price increase happens. Grab them now. I don't know what they are. I don't know how much it will be, but there will be some things. So the items that we are going to see that are having a slight increase, there we go. So if you guys need to do a screenshot or something like that, check it out. But we will see slight increases in cardstock, designer series paper, specialty paper, note cards and envelopes, classic Stampin' ink pads and refills. So grab your refills now. Stampin' blends, Stampin' Write markers, select specialty inks, the cut and emboss machine and plates, embossing folders, punches, take your pick products, storage, clear blocks, select tools, select adhesives, select stamp sets, and paper pumpkin. So just wanted to make sure I did let you guys know there is no way around it. And we don't know what the increase may be. Could be a quarter, could be 50 cents, could be $1. We just don't know. But I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys so that you could do some shopping ahead of time, maybe do some stocking up before we see that. All right, so what we're going to use now is Irresistible Blooms. This is an online exclusive. You can only get this through my online store or through demonstrators. You don't have to order online, but you do. It's only held online. That's where you'll see it. It does come with this set of dies. There are obviously more dies, but I've been using them in my stamping. And we've got some cool designer series paper here called Hello Irresistible. And it's gorgeous with 2 new returning in colors, Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. All right. So there is that pack of DSP. And like I said, you will get your designer paper. You'll just need to do your cutting so that you can choose, which pattern you want to use. So that will be in your class kit. And then these are the frosted gems that are so pretty, but they did sell out very quickly. And I am going to use them on my cards, but you'll be able to use any gems that you choose on your projects. Okay, so let's get rolling here. This is our first project. And I have them in bags. They're just protected for when I do classes. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a glare there or not. Some of the things I have done ahead of time just to make it roll a little bit faster. We are getting ready to actually head out on vacation here as soon as my live is done. We're getting out of town for a bit. All righty. So I've got some soft seafoam cardstock and a piece of basic white. And then I've got that piece of gorgeous designer series paper. So this has got some Lost Lagoon in it and Pretty Peacock, which I am excited to have them back in stock. Oh no, that's how my day is going to start off, with an empty adhesive. All right, hopefully that's the worst thing that happens today, right? Empty adhesive is easily fixed. Hey, Tamra. Oh my gosh, you just got back from Texas. Hopefully you had a wonderful trip. All right, so we're going to attach that just a little bit of 1/8 of an inch there. And we'll add this base to, or this front to our card base. So I kind of am digging this soft seafoam color with the dark blues. Looked really pretty. Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad you had a safe trip and lots of fun. Now the ink I'm choosing to use crumb cake the whole way through. Everything is stamped with crumb cake. So we're going to do sentiment here right on our tag. Then I took a little bit of pool party ribbon and I'm just going to thread that right through the hole. These are the tailor-made tags. So I cut a couple of these out and we'll add those to our card with some dimensionals. So what I found was a little bit easier is to thread it through and actually attach it to my card, then tie my bow. Hey, Dawn. Yeah, my farmer's doing really well. Thank you guys so much for asking. He is like, yeah, he's doing real well. In fact, so well that I wasn't sure we were going to be on vacation, but yeah, he's healing up very quickly. So yay for that. He still takes things pretty careful, pretty easy. Sneezing is probably the worst thing. So I'm going to trim a little bit of our linen thread here, and I'm going to tie a bow around that. It's given me a fit. So look, I'm going to put a little adhesive there and I'm going to tack them together because it just is giving me a fit. We can't have it. Alrighty, so we'll just tie ourselves a pretty bow here. You could do a knot if your fingers don't quite want to work or you don't want to deal with a fussy bow. You could definitely tie yourselves a little knot there. Okay, fuss around with it and make it bigger or smaller, whatever works for you. All right, so there's our card. Now ahead of time, I did stamp one of the flowers in crumb cake ink and die cut that out. Now remember, I can't do any stamping for you. That's a Stampin' Up! Rule. So you'll get the pieces and the parts, but you'll have to do your stamping. Hey, Mary Ellen. All right, now we need a little bit of color here. Yes? So I just took my sponge dauber, a little bit of Pool Party ink, and I'm just going to give some color to that flower. Just a little pounce, pounce, pounce. Going to go darker right in the center. So that just helps it pop off the page just a little bit. Find ourselves some more Pop-Tarts and add that to our card. And there you go. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. True that, you guys. I could not be happier to have you guys as my friends. Now I'm going to just trim this off just a little bit because it's kind of frayed. It's frayed, not afraid. Now, as I mentioned, everything's better with bling, right? But this bling is gone, but I'm going to use it anyway because I have it and I do love it. But I do think these would look cool with the iridescent pearls. So the iridescent pearls have that little bit of shimmer and shine, and you could color them with your Stampin' Blends. So if you wanted them to have a little pop of color. So let's see if Mr. Green Glue is going to work okay, because that's what I liked the most for attaching these gems, the green glue. So I'm going to do a dabble do ya here on my card. Flip these over and use these funky tweezers. Flip you over here. And then we have a little one in there somewhere, maybe. Yeah. They keep coming out upside down, though. Okay. I'm going to let them sit there and dry. Very pretty, yes? All right. Now we've got more cards, and before there is a horrible accident, let's do that. And here is our next project. This is not right, is it? I might have, no, this isn't, wait, yes? No, I don't know what's happening right now. I think I have pieces and parts in one card that belong in another. That's what I'm thinking right now, which means that paper is not cut. I might have to leave you guys and go cut some paper because it was in the wrong envelope. All right. Will you guys stay here if I run and cut some paper? Hold, please. All right. That didn't take me too long. Somehow I got confused. Go figure. Hey, Mary Catherine. You're up and at 'em. Me too, Mary Ellen. It's very, very cool, this paper. It's simply irresistible. All right, so now we've got a piece. What the heck is going on here? Feels like Monday on a Wednesday. So this must need to be, there's 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4. That must be what's wrong. This is what happens when I'm trying to rush through so I can go on vacation. All right, let's try again. Designer series paper onto a piece of Flirty Flamingo. And then we're going to take some of that linen thread, and I'm going to do 2. So let's do, you could wrap it the whole way around, wrap, and then tie a bow. But you know what I feel like? I don't want to waste my pretty ribbon or thread on the back of my project. So I do 2 separate pieces, and then I just tack it, right? So I just go around the front and tack it to the back instead of wrapping it. But that's just me. I'm cheap. Thrifty, frugal, whatever you want to call it. That's me. There we go. This one's a little bit long. So when you do that, the next thing I do is put some adhesive right on those ends so that they don't come apart on me. And we'll add that to our card front. So did I mention it's Flirty Flamingo? I think I did. A color I have not really gotten out very much in the last couple of months. Now ahead of time, I've got 2 tags here, same size tags, and we're going to stamp. I have 2 ink pads. That's why. There was one already open sitting there waiting for me. So we're going to do I like you. I really like you. Now I'm going to add them. I'm going to match the holes up, and I'm just going to add them. And I am going to do just a dab there and hold them together. So they're just offset a tiny little bit. Now I'll take a piece of that linen thread, and I'm going to tie it onto my card. Now what you could do if you wanted was just go ahead and glue this on, and then you could just tie the bow and add it with a glue dot. That would work absolutely, but I don't think I have any glue dots here. Hi, Betty. I am on at noon, but it's noon my time, not your time. So Wednesdays is at noon and Mondays is at 7 Eastern. But I'm glad the girls got you here. That's for sure. Of course, you guys can always catch the replay. So if you're not able to be live, no worries. The replay is on Facebook or YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel because it will give you an alert when I am live. So there we go. Now, if you want that to not flop around, put some dimensionals underneath of there. I'm going to leave it free so it can move around a little bit. And then we need to add some gems. So let's get that green glue out again. And we're going to do a couple of those frosted dots here. And I'm going to pick, I think, the yellow and the pink version. So, well, let's see what comes out here. Why do you keep flipping over? They're like little turtles. Pink one, pink one, pink one. I want a small one. There's some little tiny ones in here. I want one of those. There we go. Okay, so we'll let that dry. Got a little bit of glue sticking out there. My dollop was a little bit big. So we'll set those aside and let those guys dry. But there's card number 2. I like you. All right, we've got 4 cards today. So let's rock and roll with card number 4. These will come with envelopes this class. So that's pretty cool because you'll be able to sign everything and send it. I can tell you, pretty sure that some of the die cutting is done for you guys. So the general rule of thumb when I do classes is if whatever bundle and whatever bundle I'm focusing on, that stamp or that die cutting will not be done for you, right? Because you've got the bundle, so you can do that. If it's outside, like the little tags, these tags will be cut for you. But I have some very sweet girls who die cut for me, and they die cut a lot of these pieces and parts for you. So your little leaves will be done. These pieces will be done. So we have a piece of designer series paper here. Oh my goodness, Betty, thank you so much. I can hear you singing all the way from the other side of the country. Thank you, sweetie. I love you. And mark your calendar for bingo in May because I need to see you guys. I need to see my friends on Zoom. So I die cut this ahead of time. I'm going to put some dimensionals here on the corners. And then I'm just going to go right here just so it doesn't get too flat. I was following your amazing, amazing trip. That looked like a total blast. But I bet you were tired when you got home. I bet you were beat. All right. Put that on there. So we've got a little bit of dimension. Next, we're going to stamp our hello. Oh, here's the card. I didn't even bring that in. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate it so much. We'll do hello here. Hello, beautiful. Or hello, irresistible. Let's notch that end. It's a little longer than we need. So I've got this punch here. I have a pile of cards here. They've been coming in the mail all this week, and I'll have to tell you, we've been so busy that I have not even had a chance to open them. And I like to usually do that on my birthday. So I'm going to take my hello, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on it so that it's raised up just a smidge. And we'll put that right here in the center. Now, ahead of time, I took one of these leaves and stamped it. Now, here's the deal. Thanks, Teresa. I don't have Lost Lagoon because it was an old in color that is now coming back again. And I don't have one. So I went with Soft Succulent thinking that might be kind of close to it. And so I stamped that and die cut it out. And then I'm going to take some good old snot dots. And I'm going to put some leaves. So I'm going to do a leaf here on the front and then another leaf in the back. So I do have to apologize to my March birthday friends because I normally am very good at sending birthday cards. And this month has gotten away from me. So you guys may get cards, but it's going to be that stamp set that says I'm delaying your celebration because I just did not. I had retreats, I had classes, My kids were home for spring break. My husband had his accident. So that went to the wayside. And please know I love you guys. I just have gotten out of sync with sending all of my cards. And, sometimes it happens. It does happen. So we're going to add this right here. And then let's find some more linen thread and tie ourselves a little bow. I think I had a loose one laying around here. I do. I think this is one of my favorite things right now that is happening as I am stamping and working. You guys are loving each other in the comments. I think this has been the coolest thing, and this came from COVID that I decided to hop online, is seeing all the friendships that have formed all across the country because we love stamping and we're watching each other's videos. I love this. I love that you guys are sending cards to each other and just encouraging each other and becoming friends with each other. It's one of my favorite things about doing live videos. I love that. Thank you, Betty. Yeah, stamping sometimes is stressful for us. Those of us who are running businesses, it can be a little stressful sometimes. And you do have to take a moment and say, it's okay. You know what? It's okay. Everyone understands. All right, let's add that with a little booger right there. And we've got our hello. We need to add some pretty gems. So let's do our dot, dot, not a lot. And find some of these gems. I was thinking with this one, it might be cool to add the yellow gems to really make it pop. So let's see what happens. Pink ones are coming up here. Pink would be pretty, but I wanted the yellow. And there are about, I figure, 3 different sizes. Or how about if we do yellow and the peacock ones? How about we do that? Because I have peacock ones right on here, but they kind of got lost a little bit, I felt, in that designer paper. Oh, you little turkey, you don't want to flip over. There we go. Okay, so a couple little gems. And there's card number 3. It does become therapy, doesn't it, Lori? It's just so great. All right, we've got one more card here out of our 4-card class. And then I'm going to say arrivederci and head out of town. All right, now, if you guys get this class, like I said, some of the little things are die cut for you. Just be careful because this one has a bunch and you don't want them to go falling all over the place. So all those little leaves, be careful when you pull this packet out. So we've got Flirty Flamingo card base here. Piece of white. And a piece of that designer series paper. So we'll add that to our white panel. And in the, now with this one, you won't see the instructions, or sorry, not the instructions, the dimensions. So when I do an online class, the dimensions will not be in the description because you get them in the tutorial. So when you grab the class, you will get a tutorial that tells you exactly what size you need to cut everything. So you'll know what size to cut your paper. And then if you want to make more of them, you'll have the instructions. So now what I did ahead of time was I cut out a bunch of these little flowers. These are in the designer series paper. Now you could totally stamp them and color them, emboss them, do all that good stuff, but they do come right out of the DSP, which is fantastic. So you can fussy cut them even if you don't have the dies. So I'm going to just alter them a little bit here. We're going to take some of those, well, let's do a little seal and add some of these flowers here. Or not flowers, these are leaves. I don't know why I'm saying flowers. So dimensionals for this one. And I'm going to use all these little pieces and parts here. That'll work. So I do want some flowers with dimension. Have this one go flat because I'm not putting pop dots on all of them. Now there's our sentiment, and we're going to use thank you. And as I mentioned, crumb cake is the ink that I use, but you could totally use black. That would work too. Or any color, flamingo, you know, whatever you choose. So let's get dimensionals on this guy. Use up all those little pieces. And I'm just going to slide that right underneath of there. There's my thank you. And then I'm going to do some dimensionals. Whoops, they're not cut apart. On my big flower here. Let's see. Slide this one. Maybe we'll have that go a different way. We'll slide it like this. There we are. A couple of these little gems are still left over, or not gems, these are leaves. So I'm just going to tuck these right under here. There's no rhyme or reason, really, just wherever you feel they would look good. And then we'll do one down here too. But I will tell you, snot dots are the bomb when it comes to this. So we'll add a little leaf down there. There we go. So grab ourselves some linen thread. It does look good with this, I think, because the colors, just doing a neutral sentiment works well with the DSP. That's what I thought too. All right, grab ourselves a little booger. Put that right here. And then our final gems. Dot, dot. Not a lot. See what comes out here. There's a pink one. Oh, you went in upside down. Look at you, you bad seed. All right, we'll come back. We'll find you later. Pink. I have adhesive, I think, got on there. So now they want to stick to it. Oh, you little turkeys. They do. I'm going to have to clean my tweezers. It's like playing Operation. Remember that game when we were little? Okay, so there we go. 4 cards. Gorgeous, gorgeous cards with Hello Irresistible paper and Irresistible Blooms stamp set. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, you guys, don't forget, $35 order. You can get everything you need for this class shipped right to you for absolutely free. If you bump to 50, you'll get the class kit, tutorial, and free embellishment. So you hated that game. Operation was not as stressful to me as The one that you pushed it down and you had to fill in the little shapes before it exploded. What was that game? It was red and orange, or red and yellow, I think. And you push the center down, turn the timer, and then you had to get those shapes in, or else they exploded at you. Oh, that was the stressful game for me. That would give me anxiety. No perfection. Of course, name it perfection. Nothing stressful about that one. Oh, so Betty likes that one. That's so funny. All right. I attribute a lot of my adult problems to my childhood games. All right, my friends. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Don't forget to my follow my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you guys always know when I'm here. But pretty much, I'm looking at Lori's emoji. Pretty much I'm here Wednesdays at noon Eastern time and Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you guys for the birthday wishes, and I will catch you guys whenever I get back. So just as a little caveat, I won't be live on Monday because we'll just be getting back from vacation, but I will be live on Wednesday with a fun class that I have coming up. I'll give you a sneak peek because I know you guys love sneak peeks. Do I have it? Oh, yes. So I'm going to be doing a class with Beside Me. So this is a stamp that is perfect for Father's Day, masculine cards, the men in your life. And I got to thinking, these are little kids still, but I think this was still what I would send for Father's Day, just in memory, right? Like this could be my daughter and my son and their dad. So anyway, it's called a quickie class because it is only available for a week. So you want to make sure that you're on my mailing list first. Second, join me Wednesday because I'm going to show you the cards that I've created with Beside Me. All right, guys, I got to run. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a great week, everybody.